Welcome to the Evergreen Brick Works. This is a great facility that is in Toronto, close to downtown. It used to be an old quarry that they eventually turned into a center where people can walk. There's a restaurant, which is closed right now because of COVID-19. Just for takeout, it's open. And there's a lot of other things going on. Great place for a wedding too. And looks like today there's actually some filming going on for a place called Vicom or Vicar. Anyways, let's see what we find today. We're here just to enjoy a walk, be in nature, because, you know, sometimes you just gotta get out of your house, and this is a safe place to do so because you're outdoors. Do you see the chimney?
There used to be 4 of them.
Why aren't there 4 of them anymore?
They removed the other 3. It used to say Don Valley Brick Works. Now only Valley is left.
Okay, and this is a children's park now. So it is closed right now because of COVID-19. However, in the summertime and when there is no COVID-19, it's a fun place for kids to be around. Yeah, here's the sign that says it's closed. We kind of wandered through, didn't realize because the entrance on the other side is open, but this park is actually closed right now. Now we're approaching the other side of the buildings, and this is where the valley goes in and the quarry. And you can just imagine the size of the quarry when it actually was, because you see it surrounded by higher ground. And there's the other buildings on the other side. And here it gives you an idea of the bottom of the quarry and where we are. So they have infilled quite a bit of it, and there's still higher ground around us, but the quarry used to be much deeper. Now some of it is covered by water as well. So it is winter here. It's December the 3rd of 2020. We had some snowstorms, but most of it has melted so far. It's about 4 degrees today with a wind chill of -3 or so it's not too cold, but it's pretty. You do see some ice on the surface of the lake, but you can tell it's going to start freezing soon more thickly. Sometimes when you come here, you'll see the whole pond is completely frozen. And it's really pretty to see. But for today, there's not too many people. You can hear people here, but maybe a school tour because it's a Thursday. But it's really pretty. You should come in when you come here in the fall. The colors are gorgeous. Here's the view through the structures here. You can go all the way to the other side, but you can see there's some trucks there. There is an ice rink right behind it, but it looks like they are filming some sort of video or movie series from what I can tell. But yeah, there's an ice rink in the wintertime here for you to enjoy as well.
So we're standing where Mud Creek runs, or where it partly runs. So it runs through here in that direction, all the way down there. I believe it's buried for a portion of it as well, but for at least through the brickworks, it's a little bit exposed. It's one of Toronto's buried creek, one of many creeks through the city.
And why did they bury them?
Largely for development purposes. As the city expanded, the creeks were basically an impediment to development, so they buried a lot of them.
It's a little bit slushy here.
That's not falling.
It did snow quite a bit a few days ago.
That's not melted. A little waterfall down there.
Do you see it?
Oh.
Man, there are waterfall. Did we see one last time we were here?
We did see one.
There is a bypass if you don't want to walk over the water as well.
Ready? Or stairs? Stairs.
You didn't bring your winter boots.
They're out my winter boots. Would I want to go in the mud?
Probably not. So, let's pause here for a second. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the Brick Works?
The predecessor to the Evergreen Brick Works is the Don Valley Brick Works. It was founded in 1889 by the nearby paper mill owning Taylor Brothers, who, in looking for locations for fence posts, discovered the area's rich clay deposits. The site itself has a deep history reaching back long before European settlement, with evidence found of indigenous peoples inhabiting the lower Don River Valley thousands of years ago, and even further back, prehistoric fossils dating back to the last ice age. The complex's buildings date to 1891, when the first structure was constructed, with additions to the site coming right up until the 1970s. At its height, the brickworks produced over 40 million bricks a year and was responsible for literally building Toronto. Iconic city landmarks like Casa Loma, the University of Toronto, and Old City Hall were built from bricks of the Don Valley Brick Works. Production lasted for over a century, with the last bricks rolling out in 1989. The local conservation authority and Evergreen took over the site shortly after, repurposing the industrial buildings and renaturalizing the quarry to the parkland we find today.
There's lots of little different paths. It's fairly flat ground down here, but if you look over there, you may be able to see there's a zigzag walk up, and it'll take you up to that point, which is where we're going to try and aim to go.
The brick house you see is home to the largest swallow.
I'm fairly low near the watershed, so you can see at some point the water has gone across this walkway. There is lots of different walkways around here, so you don't have to take this path if it's water filled or muddy. And the water is really, really close to you. I don't know if you can see how close we are to the edge. How are you enjoying this?
Beautiful place.
Such a beautiful day too today. Are those cut by beavers? Looks like it. Maybe. Just the way that their branches are cut down. Looks like that's where the beaver dam is. So it makes sense that there was a beaver gnawing at the trees over on the other side. So as you can see, we've gotten to the bottom of that big switchback climb. And you can see we've gotten quite far away from the buildings of the quarry, but we're still inside the quarry.
We're going up there.
Are we?
We're gonna try.
You go up there. Up that way. There you are. You can see downtown, so you can see how close we are to the downtown core of Toronto and very much in the city. We made it to the top. There are some train tracks here. These look like some of the old bricks from the brickworks that are in the ground.
Can't take the bricks out of the brickworks.
No, you really can't. Looks like somebody's had a campfire around here. Bob's on the train tracks. These are not used train tracks anymore. On we go. We're still parallel to the train tracks. If Bob took a picture of the train tracks, I'll insert it here. We're almost at the viewpoint. And it's pretty cold up here compared to down there. You can see that the CN Tower is just behind some of those buildings under construction. Looks like the sign's broken. And it looks like since it's 2020 and people haven't really been coming. Hasn't been super maintained. Looks like somebody had a fire here. And now back down the hill we go. So the lookout point was just up there. And there's a trail on the back side of it. You could take this up just from the Brickworks buildings itself, instead of coming the way that we did. And go the opposite way if you wanted, or just go up to the lookout and come back. But it's nice to go for a bit of a walk and warm up your legs before you go up that hill. Yeah, so this way is a lot steeper coming up. And we're back where we started. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour of Evergreen Brick Works. There used to be a poster or sign up here with different views and different buildings in Toronto. It looks like they've taken it down, unfortunately. What did the poster have that was right here, Bob?
So it's a picture of the skyline of Toronto with pointing out all the buildings in Toronto that were built with bricks made at the Brickworks. Yeah. Pretty impressive. Like, it shows the scale of this place.
So I hope you guys really enjoyed the tour of the Brickworks. We love this place and come here year after year.
Come here and check it out. Have some fun.
And if we have a little bit of time and we can, we'll figure out a way to voice over some of the history of the area, and so you can enjoy some of what Toronto has to offer. Bye!